It's that time of year. It's time for Giant Monster Month. Hello, and welcome to Giant Monster Month. Every weekday for the month of October, we will be looking into some of cinema's most strange, terrifying, and historically significant giant beasts. We'll cover giant monsters of all shapes and sizes, from movies dating back to the 1910s to the modern day. The rules for our monsters are simple. They can be aliens, dinosaurs, or mutants. Anything bigger than Shaq will do. With that out of the way, let's jump into today's movie, The Ghost of Slumber Mountain. The Ghost of Slumber Mountain may be the first giant monster movie ever. That is, if you consider the 40-minute runtime long enough to be called a movie. And, technically, the same director made an even shorter film even earlier that featured dinosaurs. However, that was a comedy, and only ran 5 minutes long, so, given the season, we'll only be covering Slumber Mountain. The plot is simple. Our hero, Holmes, tells stories to his nephews about his adventures on Slumber Mountain. He and a friend explore the Valley of Dreams and spend the day paddling and sketching. Then, things take a turn for the weird. After discovering an abandoned shack, apparently haunted by a hermit called Mad Dick, Holmes is drawn to the cabin in the night by a strange voice. There, he finds the ghost of Mad Dick, who instructs Holmes to use a strange device that will allow him to see into the prehistoric world. On doing so, Holmes witnesses Slumber Mountain in the dinosaur age, and we are treated to primitive stop-motion sequences of ancient birds and several dinosaurs, including Brontosaurus, Triceratops, and T-Rex. The highlight of the film is a battle between the Triceratops and the T-Rex. It ends with the victor spotting and chasing Holmes back to camp. Holmes's pistol is ineffective, and the monster closes in. As it turns out, Slumber Mountain was a bit of foreshadowing, because, you guessed it, it was all a dream. That's right, the first real dinosaur movie is a victim to one of cinema's most annoying cliches. The film ends by cutting back to Holmes, telling the story to his nephews who, appropriately, start hitting him. I probably would too. Watching these old movies is more of an experience to me. Being born way after silent movies were out of style, comparing this movie to anything of the 21st century, or even anything from the 1930s onwards, is two totally different experiences. For me, what makes this movie isn't necessarily the entertainment value. There are far more thrilling, scary, or funny monster movies to be seen. But this one started it all. The history of this film and its legacy are, for me, what makes it so special. The Ghost of Slumber Mountain as we see it today is actually incomplete. The only version available to us is a 19-minute version that would play better to audiences. The other 20 minutes are presumed lost, partially accounting for the simple plot of the new cut. Despite this, director Willis O'Brien is able to deliver a fun and innovative short film that would serve more as a test for future works than as a standalone masterpiece. O'Brien would go on to do special effects for some of the greatest monster movies of the 20th century, including Tomorrow's Entry. The Ghost of Slumber Mountain is in the public domain, and is widely available online. At only 19 minutes in its current state, I would highly recommend taking some time to check out this important early work in the giant monster genre.